We have team coverage tonight of this tragedy as it unfolds. Let's first go to Jessica Babb with what we're learning with the 6 missing construction workers now presumed dead. Jessica.
Well, given the amount of time the victims have been in the water and just how cold the water is, officials with the Coast Guard say they don't believe they'll find any of the missing construction workers alive, but they say they'll do everything in their power to bring the victims' families closure. Waking up to the wreckage of the Francis Scott Key Bridge collapsing.
What a catastrophe.
All eyes have been on Baltimore and the day-long search for 6 missing construction workers.
It's just a terrible tragedy that nobody could have foreseen.
But now the rescue has turned to a recovery.
That at this point, we do not believe that we're going to find any of these individuals still alive. And so this evening at about 7:30, we are going to suspend the active search and rescue efforts.
The 6 missing workers were doing routine repair work on the bridge early around 1 this morning, fixing concrete and potholes.
They were working on the surface area of the bridge.
The cargo ship lost power and hit the Key Bridge, the bridge collapsing in seconds. The construction workers going down with it. Based on how long they've now been in the frigid water, it's believed they died.
At this point, we do not know where they are, but we intend to give it our best effort to help these families find closure.
The crew on the bridge worked for Brawner Builders. Executive Vice President Jeffrey Pritzker says it was a crew of 7.
Unfortunately, 6 of them have apparently perished. 1 of them survived.
Pritzker says the owner of Brawner Builders met with the victims' family members.
He spent all night investigating and hoping that they would be found alive. They weren't, so he spent all morning meeting with every family member of these individuals. They're all wonderful employees, good employees, and it's really a heartbreaking loss to Brawner Builders.
The crew member who survived was treated at shock trauma and has since been discharged.
Committed to making sure that we are going to use every single asset to now bring a sense of closure to the families.
But for the other 6, officials with the Coast Guard say it's not clear how long the search will take.
But we've got very difficult water temperatures. You have structures from the bridge that are in the water that can move with the tides and currents, making that dangerous for divers and people in the water to actually try to do recovery. And we do not want to injure any of these first responders in this recovery effort.
They say the changing conditions are a challenge.
0600 hours tomorrow, we are hoping to put divers in the water and begin a more detailed search to do our very best to recover those 6 missing people.
Leaving many feeling the loss.
Anything that can happen, how precious life can be.
And if you've been following our coverage, earlier today, officials said 8 people were caught up in the collapse. The Brawner Builders executive I spoke with says 7 of them were part of the construction crew, one of which went to the hospital. The other 6 are still missing. Live in Dundalk, Jessica Babb, Fox 45 News.